Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
Production.
7 Mile Radio.
This is the kind of show. This is the kind of show we always dreamed of doing.
Impossible.
Welcome to motherfucking Detroit, goddamn.
This is the kind of show. This is the kind of
What is going on, folks? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? I know y'all probably wasn't expecting me to get on live tonight like this in the studio. I wasn't really expecting to go live tonight in the studio, but seeing as that it's something that's been going around social media that apparently, I don't know if it's made mainstream news or not, but from the people that I've talked to, a lot of people have said that they haven't seen anything about it on the news outlets. Maybe they have reported on it. I just don't know because I haven't been watching the news that frequently in the last couple of days. But if you live in the city of Detroit, or if you are on social media and you live anywhere around the city of Detroit, you've probably seen some conversation about a letter that has been sent out to the residents in the city in regards to us having lead in our water. Right? So it's been quite a few people that have contacted me and said, Mark, you got to go live about this, man. You got to talk about this. They ain't talking about it on the news, and it's like it's too quiet. Right? This is a travesty. Is basically how they describing this, but it is though. It is a travesty. We have a water crisis that's going on in our city. Apparently, this being not taken as seriously as other water crises have been in other cities. You know what I mean? And I see a lot of other peculiar things going on in the city surrounding this. I believe it's because of this, but yeah, I just want to have a conversation with y'all about it tonight because I know that it's something that's real important to all of us because water is life. We can't live without water. We can't wash our ass without water. We can't do nothing without water for real. So yeah, just wanted to have a conversation with y'all and see how y'all felt about it, as well as I wanted to share with y'all some clips for you that have been following me for quite some time. You remember when the Flint water crisis first happened, and I got on live and I did a demonstration. I did a little demonstration. I did some research and I found this little device on Amazon. It's called a water electrolyzer or something like that. I believe it's a water electrolyzer, and I'm trying to remember exactly what the function of it was. I believe it was to when I got it, I believe that the purpose of it was to reveal heavy metals and things that were hidden in the water by the chemicals that from the processing of the water, and the chemicals in the processing plants or whatever that they put in the water to hide the chemicals. But that's not, in fact, as I did more research, what this little machine does is actually reveal the minerals that is in the water. So that is another conversation that we need to have, because I want to have you all watch these videos. We're going to have somewhat of a movie night tonight, if you will, and we're going to look at some of these clips that I had from my past live streams and this is from 2016, and yeah, but I believe it's in 2016, 2017, so like 8 years ago. So for those of you all that didn't receive the letter, I'm going to read somewhat of what the letter said. If I can find it on my desktop, I'll read it because I can't see that small print on my screen that I'm showing you. So the letter reads, I'll just get to the important part. We have been working to identify service line materials throughout the water system, and it has been determined that either a portion or the entire water pipe, called a service line, that connects your home, building, or other structure to the city's water main, to the water main, is made from unknown material, but may be lead. Because your service line material is unknown, there's a potential that some or all of the service lines could be made of lead or galvanized pipe that was previously connected to lead. People living in homes with lead or galvanized pipe previously connected to a lead service line have an increased risk of exposure to lead from their drinking water. So that's basically telling us that we have lead in our drinking water if you live in the city of Detroit. And one thing that's peculiar to me about that is all of a sudden, right? Did y'all see this? I believe it was, I don't know if it was, this is like a Metro Detroit News post, not Crime in the D. This is like Metro Detroit News. Lawmakers want to add water bottles to Michigan's law deposit. All of a sudden, now y'all want to cash in on water bottles because y'all know it's about to be a water bottle epidemic in the city of Detroit, or in Michigan, period. This might be a whole Michigan thing. I want to show y'all a post that I shared from, this is from, what year is this? This is a post from February of 2016, and my caption says, anybody that was tripping off my little water test looked like I wasn't the only one with the same observation. Now, this is a blank post now. This is a post that was taken down as I screenshotted it now. This is a screenshot from a website, if y'all are familiar with it. Are y'all familiar with a website called Infowars.com? Y'all know Alex Jones, that so-called conspiracy theorist who was banned from the internet? He made a post, he made a blog on his website that said 6 cities in Michigan have even higher levels of lead than Flint. Okay? And again, this was a post that I made from Alex Jones's website on February 15 of 2016. Okay? And that's part of the reason why I kind of got out of diving deep into stories like this that involve the government and politics and all of that type of shit, because there's been plenty of times where I've been flagged for misinformation and my post has been taken down. Hence, like the original video that I posted. The original video that I posted of my water test. Okay, I went to Flint and I got some water from the faucet in Flint. It was the projects in Flint. I can't remember exactly which one, but I went to Flint. Me and a couple of my media team members at the time went to Flint. It was when we was with New Era Detroit. Ironically, y'all was asking me about them recently. New Era Detroit. I took a trip to New Era with Flint with New Era Detroit to cover them going up there, tending to the residents. They was passing out water, and I interviewed some of the residents that was in the projects, and I actually took water samples from some of the residents. And I came back to Detroit and I tested the Flint water versus the Detroit water versus Nestle Pure Life, a bottled water, which was actually, now Nestle Pure Life was, if y'all remember, Nestle Pure Life was the bottled water company that was basically shipping in thousands and thousands of tons of water to Flint. All of the celebrities was invested in Nestle Pure Life, right? But little do people know that Rick Snyder's wife, I forget her name, she was heavily invested. She was a part shareholder in Nestle Pure Life water. So where a lot of people feel like Rick Snyder was the cause of the water crisis, his wife profited, him and his wife profited off of the water crisis from all of the celebrities that were spending millions and millions and millions of dollars in water, sending it to Flint. Right. So now here's a picture. Now I told y'all that the video that I posted, who even drink tap water? But we all bathe with it, right? And our organ, the skin is the largest organ on the body. So if we bathing in this contaminated water, then it's soaking in our skin and getting in our system no different than if we was drinking it. But I did a video and I tested the Flint water versus the Detroit and the Nestle Pure Life. And here's a picture of the 3 cups that I tested the water in. Now the video was removed because it got flagged for misinformation. Now I tested the Flint water, the Detroit water, and Nestle Pure Life with that little gadget that you see. Now which one of those look like it's the dirtiest? Which one of them look like it's the dirtiest? Right? But after they took my video down, I did it again. After they took my video down, I did it again. I went in the kitchen, right? Because people was like, oh, well, we didn't see. That's what it was. They took the video down, but in the comments, people was like, well, we didn't see, we don't know where you got that water from. We don't know if you put something in the water. We don't know if you got it from your faucet, if you got it, where you got it from. We got to see, the whole process. So I'm like, all right, well, you like to see it? Here it go. Now, y'all just seen me pour 2 cups of water, one directly out of my tap. I live in Detroit, by the way, and the other one was out of a bottled water, brand Nestle Pure Life. So I just ordered this water electrolyzer, and what this does is basically dissolve all of the chemicals that they use to hide the toxins in the water, and basically shows you what's in your water that you're drinking. Whether it be tap water, bottled water, or wherever. Now again, I just ordered this thing offline. You see the bag pack right there. So this thing here, drop it in. Probably got to scoot these a little closer together. Drop this thing in and turn it on, and we're gonna see what happens. Again, this is Detroit water, tap water, and Nestle Pure Life, and immediately we see the Detroit water begin to bubble. And the Pure Life is pretty much staying the same. Now they say about 30 seconds is all it takes for you to see the impurities in the water. And you see the Detroit water is getting rather murky. Nestle Pure Life got a little toxin in there too. And if you can see, it's smoke is dissolving. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's dissolving off. It's like turning everything back into its natural state, solid liquid again. Like the gases is coming out. I can see solids in the water already over here on the Detroit side. And the Pure Life is pretty murky as well. So this is Detroit water, folks. So this is proof that there is some lead contaminants and other heavy metals, possibly minerals, that are not supposed to be in our water fresh out of the tap. Now, use your own judgment. Now, if y'all want me to, look at that. Turn that off. Now, if y'all want me to test your water, you got a cup of water, you want me to test it? Man, that is like the level of murk. Hold on, let me cut this off for 2 seconds. Because I just wanted y'all to see the murk and the solids that's floating around in that water. And I can actually smell it. It smells metallic. You know what I mean? Same thing over here. You got all of that stuff lingering around in there. And that just dissolved out of the water from the electrolyzer. Look at that. So, there you have it, folks. There is indeed water polluted water and lead, toxins, feces, who knows what else is in our water in Detroit. So just want to let y'all know, and again, if you don't have one of these and you want to bring me a cup of water from your house to test, if you are in Detroit, be more than welcome to hit me up. And that's from 2016, ladies and gentlemen. Now, like I said earlier before I played that video, don't quote me because at the time I feel like a little bit misinformed on what that device does. I don't know if it actually dissolves the chemicals that hides the toxins, or if it reveals the minerals that's in the water, right? Because you know that there are natural minerals in the water. So that raises another question to where why whatever it is that shows us something, because one test showed us different results than the other, right? And in fact, I did several other water tests. I probably tested like 10 different water brands. I did. People was like, well, yeah, you did that, and it was probably because it was in the styrofoam cup. You need to do it in the glass cup. You need to do it do the same test, but then put it in the glass cup. I said, all right. Okay, so water test part 2, and you see the obvious difference that changed in this video as opposed to the last one, because someone brought up a good point, which is something that I thought of right after I actually conducted the first test, which is the styrofoam cups that I did the test in the first time. Now, if look at styrofoam, you see that it's not a solid piece of foam. You see what I'm saying? It is styrofoam, a bunch of little balls that is held together by a chemical process. So this chemical process, something like a glue, if you will, could possibly seep off into the water when you pour the water into it. Something for us to keep in mind while we drink from styrofoam cups, as well as plastic bottled water containers, which also have been known to seep cancer-causing chemicals into the water, which is another concern about bottled water. But anyway, back to the test. I decided to put the water in glass cups this time to give the water a better conductor for the situation. So now we have the bottled water, which is from Detroit, and the same brand of tap water that I used before, which is the Nestle Pure Life, same bottle. So, drop the electrolyzer in, turn it on first, drop it in, and let's see what happens. Once again, the tap water is first to bubble. Now that white that's burning off, to my knowledge, will be calcium that is in the water, according to a color chart where it showed me what chemical would produce what color in the water. But if you look down now I can see in the Detroit water, let me see if we can spin this around a little bit. If I can spin that around. So now you see the Detroit water still has a bit of murk to it, and the bottled water now if you see that layer right there, that is actually the same green that we seen on the top of the styrofoam cup. It may be not as, oh yeah, it is kind of prevalent. You can see it in there. You see that fade all up at the top. So even in two clear glass jars, glass cups, we can still see. Y'all see that floating in the top? It's really no different. Oh yeah. You'll see that soup. Okay, let me take it out, turn this thing off. Now, look in there, and you will still see the soup. That's the Detroit water. That is the bottled water. Detroit faucet water. And I'll take a picture of this and put it in the comments too, just so y'all can see the picture of this a little bit clearer. But as you see, that water is still nowhere near what you would consider drinkable. Tap water from Detroit. And this is bottled water. Nestle Pure Life. So, for those who had questions or, concerns about it being a styrofoam cup that I did the test in the first time, I pretty much knew what the results were going to be. So there you have it. Test your water, folks. We pretty much down to sucking on our spit at this point. There's nothing left to drink. So, we removed the styrofoam cup out of the equation and got the same results. Right. Now again, right, you can do your own research and see exactly what that device does, whether it reveals contaminants or whether it reveals the minerals, right? But obviously there's something going on. If it's revealing the minerals, right, the natural minerals is probably this, because we have natural salts that's in water, other minerals that are helpful that we need minerals, right? But we don't know what all those different shits that was floating around, what all of that was revealing. It's like, when that shit gets into your body, it breaks down into that shit that we seen in the cup. So what is that we seen in the cup? You know what I mean? And then, people will still doubt, and they say, you know what? We want to come over there. We want to come over there and see. We want to see the test. See you do the test. You said you want us to bring some water over there, so we're gonna bring some water, and we want to see you do the test. All right. So I did it again. Now y'all might see some familiar faces in this video. Some that y'all were asking me about recently, and this is kind of a testament of what I was telling y'all. How back in the day, yeah, we used to work together. But anyway, let me roll this beautiful bean footage for y'all. I got my brothers, man, in the building. New Era Detroit. You see Zeke back there, Negus over here. Now that whole water test thing that I did, that everybody was criticizing about, saying I put something in the water, as I did something, all of this other shit. I'm doing this water test right in their face. They seen me open the bottle of water. Y'all seen me open the bottle, fresh bottle, right? Yeah. Fresh bottle. I poured the damn shit out of the tap, and here's the results.
That must be to the left.
This is the tap water right here, and this is the bottled water. This is the bottled water Kroger brand. Now last time I tested the
Kroger brand.
No, it was
Nestle.
It was Nestle Pure Life. Now that is the water out of my faucet on the left. Now if the test, they're gonna say, oh, you put metal in the water, the prawns is mad at the metal. If that's the case, then why in the fuck is nothing happening to the damn water that's coming out of the bottle? Even if the test is not 100% accurate, why am I getting two different results?
I'm about to go buy some
What the fuck is that water doing, bro?
What is it? What is in the water? Now,
chemicals
man. Now, that's what we have. We take that out of there. Now look at this, bro.
I did today.
Had the burn. Yes.
You got shit in the water.
Get that shit the fuck on,
Let me see,
bro.
can I
That
see
shit
it?
came from the faucet, bro.
It like hot tea with turd.
Did I put something in the water? Y'all seen me put the damn tester in the
Bro, do
water?
that shit again, man.
No, man. It's a wrap. See, now. There go another witness. 3 more witnesses. I just did the water test.
Crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Now, what y'all want to do, man? What y'all got to say?
They be trying to claim it's some chemicals that cause it to have that color. You know what I'm saying? But anything that has this, that means when this decomposes and breaks down in your body, this is what it looks like.
Absolutely.
So that's something definitely to consider. Look at the fumes.
Look at this shit, bro.
This is what you take showers in.
Shit, bro.
Ugh.
I'm glad my skin's still beautiful.
Man.
I don't see how. Looking at that.
Right.
Man.
That's gangster, dog. That shit gangster, dog.
You know the next thing?
There you have it, folks.
I'm only getting my water from Kroger now.
I'm a fucking absolutely pure.
Man.
That's why I said the next test I do and it's like nothing.
Look.
Nothing. Now y'all here for this one.
Oh, Kroger they got my vote on this, man. I know I still white on. I can't promote it.
I'm
You got to edit it.
I'm gonna go get some 9.5.
Huh?
I'm gonna go get some 9.5 pH water and have you test it from the whole.
I'm about to test the applesauce. I'm about to test the fucking jelly. I'm testing everything.
Yeah, I seen this video. He got some shit that look worse than that before.
Yeah, both bottle of water and tap was awesome.
Yeah, the first time the Nestle Pure Life it was a little brown, was a little murky. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But that test,
wow.
Oh, niggas talking about Flint, dog. This shit came out the faucet, dog, on the east side of Detroit, bro. Look at this shit. Look at the fuzz, dog. Like, look at that shit, bro. That's crazy.
And we drink
That's
it.
crazy.
We
That's
drink
the shit
it.
that we drink.
Man.
And take showers in.
And take showers in.
And
brush our
people
teeth.
boiling their baby bottles in it and giving it to them.
boiling the water, by the way, does not get all of the chemicals out of the water right away.
No, it don't.
So-
Some chemicals actually, especially lead, it actually makes it more potent.
I'm about to go eat meat now, nigga. Fuck it, dog. I've been off meat for the whole month, nigga. The water doing that to me, dog. I might as well go get me some wings today, nigga. Why wait?
7mileradio.com, man. We up out of here. Go check out the interview on the website, man. We just did a whole nother thing about Greenfield Plaza and street code and all that shit, man. So we up out of here. I got my brothers, man, in the building. New Era. Let me open up the phone lines, man. I feel like y'all got something to say. Right, and you know, it's peculiar to me, as one of the commenters just brought up. Very, very peculiar to me, like Netta said. It's probably one of the reasons why Duggan all of a sudden want to jump ship. You know what I'm saying? If he done came into the city and done all of these great things, right? Why all of a sudden do he want to, you know, leave and, you know, not run the next election? The call-in line is open, man. 313-723-0481. What y'all got to say about this shit, man? I got a post from my homeboy Chris Cherry, who's a business owner in the city. He made a post and said over $10K a year for water to run off the buildings in Detroit. No usage included, right? It's called a drainage fee, just to find out that the water that we pay for is contaminated with lead. Somebody else said a real interesting comment. Somebody said, who was that? Shanita? Oh no, that was Sheeta. That was Sheeta that said, where is it at? That was Sheeta that said, uh-oh. No, that wasn't Sheeta. Now my gadgets is messing up. Hold on. My graphics is messing up. I had it queued up. She said, now where's our money? Oh, there we go. It went away. Where's our money at? You know what I'm saying? We should be paying for this shit. Definitely should be reimbursed from Flint time until now. We should be reimbursed. We got people that have been foreclosed from their homes, and water done been cut off. All the while, this shit is contaminated. And a lot of people have known about it for a long time. Let me put this call in line back up. 313-723-0481 if y'all want to call in and give y'all 2 cents about this situation. Mike Snyder got some explaining to do. Mike Snyder got some explaining to do before he get up out of here, because I feel like he doing the same thing that Rick Snyder did and caused all of this crazy shit, and now he want to dip out before he gets accountability held on him. Somebody get Mike Snyder on the phone. See, me and Netta is thinking the same thing. That's the same thing Netta just said again. So we noticing a pattern, like just get in, fuck Michigan up, get in, fuck Detroit up, and get out. Maybe that's what Donald Trump meant when he said if Kamala was to get in office, then the country would be ran like Detroit. Cause this shit is looking more and more like Gotham every day. Ain't that what I call this bitch, Gotham? Somebody get Mike Snyder on the phone. Cause yeah, this is not nothing this new or hasn't been known. And the fact that all of us got these letters, and I don't know, raise your hand. Did anybody see this on the news? Yes or no? Did anybody see any talk about this on the news in the last couple of days when everybody's been talking about these letters they received in the mail? Something like this, right, should be headline news. You know what I'm saying? Just like the Flint water crisis was. I mean, if this is a whole city-wide thing, the whole city is affected by this. A lot of people on the west side, the east side. I believe a lot of people that's in the outside of, right outside in the outskirts, may have got the notice as well. But where is anything about it on the news? Renate Jackson, the topic today is the Detroit water crisis. Apparently, we are in a crisis as well, and they're preparing for it. Right? They're prepared for it because lawmakers want to add water bottles to the Michigan law deposit, to where now we'll be over the table. They want to get ahead of it. They want to get ahead of it so they can make money off of this crisis. So you know what? Now's a good time to go ahead and let them start cashing in a deposit on them water bottles. We need to make some money off those too. That way we can increase the price of the water bottle because there's a deposit on it now. They're gonna charge a whole extra dollar for the water bottle. Is gonna be $2.50 now, and there's gonna be a 10-cent deposit on it. Watch, gas station water bottles is $1. Next year this time they're gonna be $2.50 with a 10-cent deposit, 5-cent deposit. Yeah, I got the letter right here too. I got the whole letter right here. I know y'all don't feel like reading it. Y'all all got it already. We don't need to read the whole thing. But the important part, like I said, says that they've been working on the problem, and they see that the materials that some of the pipes is made of is possibly lead. You know what? That issue that they were working on for the people that's on the east side. I don't know if it was any other places on the east side or in the city for that matter where they was doing something like this. But if y'all remember those two spots on Van Dyke and Otter Drive, right there between the CVS and the McDonald's, where it was like a big top secret .007 operation going on. They had the walls all the way up. They had the crane up. You know what I mean? You couldn't look in there. They had the fences built high, and there was another one right over there on 7 and Outer Drive, next to the on the other side of the liquor store, in the median on the side of the liquor store, right? And I made a bunch of jokes about them, like making a. I'm like, they rebuilding the Underground Railroad. Like, what the hell is going on over there for so many years? Like a year and a half, 2 years, or something like that. That construction project was going on over there. Maybe they was trying to fix something with the pipes over there. And was it any other places like that in the city? I can't recall seeing any. If I did, it would just probably blend it in with all of the rest of the construction that's going on. And me being from around that area, it's like I didn't get any notice. I can't even remember if the block club. Only thing I remember, the block club sent out an email when they were saying that they were going to end this. The construction was supposed to be coming down, and that was supposed to be, I believe, in I can't remember what month it was, but even the month that they said it was supposed to end, it was like 2 or 3 months after that they took it down. But it was no word on what exactly the project was that I can recall. So I wonder what that was about. Yeah, 7 and Van Dyke. There was some construction going on right there on 7 and Van Dyke that just ended not too long ago, maybe a month or so ago, or 2 months. Michaela said they was already replacing the water lines east and west. They are currently working on neighborhoods near Joy Road in Wyoming. Over this past summer, they are working on to replace all of the pipes. I think your home was built before 1948. I think that was the year. They will provide you with water filters for free. Of course, Eddie, population control, right? And then they announced it, right? If you know all of the symptoms of lead poisoning, right? It causes depression and anxiety. All kinds of sorts of things that if you look around the city of Detroit, you see a lot of those symptoms in a lot of the people in our community. You know what I mean? And for them to go ahead and announce this right now, in the middle of depression season, when apparently it seems like every single person that I know, or every person that I see on social media has encountered or currently going through some type of a traumatic experience this year. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody is going through something right now. And now in the middle of what they call depression season, right? Because it's winter time, it's cold, we're not getting no sun, and our moods is not what they would be in the warmer seasons. Now they say, you know what? All of y'all drinking lead, just by the way. Yeah, all of y'all are drinking. We're just gonna send y'all a letter in the mail. This is another reason why y'all been feeling so down and out recently. By the way, we've been poisoning y'all since Flint. Right, children with behavioral issues, all of that stuff, man. And then think about the kids, man. This born, like my kids, in the last few years since the Flint water crisis and since COVID, and they, man, we washing our kids up in this water. I don't drink bottle tap water. Don't my sons don't drink tap water, but unfortunately, we still have to wash our ass in this rusty shit. You know, so they gave us water filters in a picture, and then gave us a letter and said that the filters they provided were not qualified to filter out the lead. Well, thanks for nothing. Thanks for letting us know that the water is fucked up. Then you give us something to help us, and then say, "Hey, this thing that we gave to help y'all ain't helping you, by the way. But good luck. If you want one that works, you got to go buy one over there for a left testicle and a heart valve. This shit is Gotham. Right, and right, brushing your teeth, everything, man. So while one would say, "Oh well, I'm not drinking the water," well, you're still putting it in your mouth because you're brushing your teeth with it. You know what I mean? You washing your ears with it. You know, I remember. It was around the time I want to say 94, 93. Like when I got home from Germany when I was a kid. Y'all know I used to live in Germany when I was a kid. And I remember that was around the time where I came back to the city and seeing bottled water. And that was like when bottled waters was first, becoming a thing. And it's like this is crazy. Like y'all buying bottled water. What's wrong with the water in the faucet? You know what I'm saying? Like now it's to the point where you would be crazy to drink some water out of the faucet. It's the norm now. You know what I'm saying? Fast forward in about 30 years, we'll be buying bottled air. In fact, they already have been manufacturing the shit overseas. They have places overseas like they've been bottling air from the top of the mountains. They got bottled air. You know, and that's some scary shit. What if we have to start depending on bottled air as much as we depend on bottled water right now? We would never, 30 years ago, we wouldn't think that we would be depending on bottled water the way that we are now, and the way that we are about to be. So don't think that it's far fetched. You know what I mean? That you know, by the time our kids become our age, we'll be depending on bottled air by then, and you have to go to the store to buy canisters of air to breathe. And there ain't no conspiracy theory about that shit. I already said it's not nothing watching. Man, yeah. Of course we are because we got a new president. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be something uh, crazy that happens. There's gonna be something we might as well just prepare ourselves for the next 4 years. It's gonna be something. It's either gonna be a war or a pandemic or I mean, hell, we already in a recession right now, so I don't know how much worse the economy can get than it is right now. Um, Hopefully, it don't get worse. We be third world country status. Yeah, so y'all already know we better start stocking up on the water bottles, and maybe that's the reason why uh, they're not putting it out on the news because they don't want to cause a hysteria. Because we know how every time something happens on TV, as far as some type of big thing happening, everybody want to run out and buy all the toilet paper. Every time there's an epidemic about to happen, sometimes I don't care what it is. Oh, the power is planning on going out. Oh, everybody go out and buy the toilet paper. We got a recall on beef. Everybody go buy up the toilet paper. So maybe that's what they're doing, just sneaking this information out there, letting us know, hey, y'all better stock up on the water. Well, yeah, y'all right. I guess you're right. COVID never left for real. They just mutated it into a couple of more different viruses and reselling water. But yeah, man, I feel like that's what that is, a silent notice telling us to go ahead and stock up on the water. Yeah, of course it will be. Of course it will be, especially considering that they're trying to add that. I ain't gonna say trying to. They're probably about to add that to the deposit. Yeah, they about to start. Well, they about to start taking deposits for the bottled waters. So watch next year. Like I said, this time bottled water in the gas station, the same $1 bottled water gonna be 2.50 with a dime deposit. Yeah, that's what they said on the like I said, I don't know if this. Yeah, this has to be crime in the deed. This is what they said on the post that they're going to add it to the Michigan law, bottle deposit law. Let me see something. Did I close the phone line up, or did y'all not call in? I'll put the number back up there on the screen just in case. But yeah, the water bottles are definitely going to go up. All right, and guess what? They're going to continue to charge us for the contaminated water that's coming through the pipes in our house. They're not going to give us no discount. Watch what I tell you. Yep, stock up on perishables. I'm actually in the. I'm actually. They somebody sent me an invitation to this Facebook group where they share Amazon links where everything is like cheap as hell. Like I mean, dirt cheap food items. And I was gonna purchase some stuff off of there just to see like if this is a gimmick, if this is like spoiled and expired products that they selling on Amazon, what is it? You know what I mean? Because if that's the case, everybody probably need to stock up as much as they can on those items. I mean, and it's regular grocery store stuff too. I mean, they got cans of ravioli for like 20 cents a can and shit like that. Like, yeah. So by show of hands, we got quite a few. Oh, we got quite a few people in here. I don't know why I'm yawning so early. By show of hands, like if you are in the city of Detroit, or if you are not in the city of Detroit, if you're in the outskirts and you received a letter, show of hands and what city that you are in. Let's see if everybody, if anybody from outside of the city got the letter. All right, shit. I think I saved it. I think I saved one of the links. Hold on. It's on one of my notepads on my desktop. I'll share it on my. Uh, I'll share it on my Facebook page when I get off live. So Dina Owens got it. Desi got it. Michaela got it. Michelle got it. I keep forgetting we pronounce her name wrong. Yana got it. Anthony Thompson got it. Corey Cutter got it. So what it looks like is yeah, it's all around the city of Detroit, east and west is what it looked like. Yeah, I do know that, Michaela, that Detroit supplies the water to all of the suburbs. But what we don't know is the infrastructure of the water system in the suburbs and if it's as old or if it's been updated, which I doubt, anytime recently more than the Detroit water system have, right? Because the problem is not some of the homes and the pipes that are running through the homes. It's the main water intake, the main pipe, that comes into the house that feeds the water into the. So we don't know if that is the same type of metal. We know it's the same water that's running from Detroit that goes into the suburbs, but is it the same pipe system? But again, if it flows through Detroit's pipes to get to the suburbs, then yeah. So and I know, well, we all have heard, from residents and different accounts on social media, like the water in the city of Warren specifically is not the best at all. I mean, so if Warren, as close as it is to Detroit, as close as it is to Hazel Park, as close as it is to Sterling Heights, um, what's on the other side of Warren, Roseville, all of these cities, right? If we know that Warren is trash, then what's the chances that all of the rest of the cities around it have the same contamination problem, especially Detroit? They put Brita water jugs with filters on my porch, no note or nothing today. So they just left you with some water and some filters. Oh no, the water jugs and the filters. Yeah. Is this sounds like real class action lawsuitish of some sort? Like maybe again, that's the reason why the mayor is dipping out because he wants to avoid accountability, the same way not Mike Duggan, Rick Snyder did, right? Because didn't they take him to trial about it and he wasn't found liable? I forget the details, but he didn't. They didn't. He was never charged with anything. He wasn't held liable or found to be liable for that, was he? I forget all of the details, but I'm not sure if Kwame sold the rights to the city's water. Don't quote that from me. Corey said, I remember the water department sent a letter some months back out about protection plan on pipes in the future. What's the chances of them investing in the Lions winning to distract us to keep us? You know what? We're going the Lions is winning, then they'll send us a letter. Oh yeah, we poisoning y'all, by the way. But the Lions is winning. Yeah, go down to Houston. We got a Detroit takeover for the Lions. They about to win the Super Bowl, but half of y'all gonna be mentally affected by this water next year. 2 weeks ago. So they gave you water and a filter 2 weeks ago. Now, what area you live in the city, Kyra? And is that something that they just did for you, or did they give those filters and water bottles to the whole block? Like, what was the? Reason why they specifically pinpointed you to give the water bottles and the filters too. Interesting. On the topic that you're speaking about, toxins in the water. This grant has closed, but it was for schools and child care facilities in Michigan. Hmm. So there was a grant that is closed. Filter First Healthy Hydration Grant Application. The Filter First Healthy Hydration Program is a goal. The program's goal is to reduce childhood exposure to lead in drinking water at schools and licensed child care centers by requiring installation, maintenance, and testing of filters certified to reduce the lead at the point of water consumption. The Michigan State Legislature appropriated 50 million in federal funding to reimburse districts, non-public schools, and licensed child care centers for the one-time acquisition installation of filtered bottle filling stations, tap-mounted water filters, water filtered pitchers, or universal cartridge water filters featuring molded collars for the purposes of filtering organic synthetic materials and chemicals from drinking water at locations of need. Grant awards will be based on priorities. So this shit is closed. We can't even get that money. $50 million down the drain. And we still got toilet water running through our pipes at the crib, right? And I believe that's why a lot of these schools, right? A lot of the elementary schools that we went to, a lot of the elementary schools, and even some of the high schools was torn down because they were avoiding the accountability of all of the lead poisoning that they implemented on us when we were younger. You know what I'm saying? It cost more to just, it was more cost efficient, I'll say it that way, to just tear down those schools that had all of that lead and asbestos contamination. It was cheaper and more cost efficient and less a liability to just tear them down and rebuild them new, then try to fix them up and go through all of the red tape of figuring out what's wrong, and then it be uncovered, the issues that all of these kids were in the midst of while they were attending these schools. Just like, Detroit did to the schools what New York did to the World Trade Center, right? It was a big ass insurance job. They knew the problem that was in the building, but it was cheaper to tear the shit down than to fix it and to hold themselves accountable and be held accountable for the health issues of all of the employees or the students that occupied those buildings during the years that they were contaminated. So that's what I believe happened to the schools. Yep, they about to build a new Persian, right? They about to build Persian, a whole new school. Now, are they about to build Persian in the same spot? Are they tearing down the old school, or where are they building a new Persian? Because I did see like I guess you want to call it a blueprint, like a computer mock-up image of what the new Persian is going to look like. I'm like, okay, so where in the hell is this going to sit at? Like, are they going to tear the old one down, and where are all of the students going to go in the midst of where's the new Persian going to be at? Oh, okay. It's gonna be right next door to the. Okay. not sure. That's a good question. Between the ones that they tore down and the ones that they haven't rebuilt. Because what was the other one that they? What did they? Is it Henry Ford new? Then they rebuilt Henry Ford, and then what is the other one? Does Finney have a new school? I feel like I should know that being on the east side, but didn't they build Finney a new school, or they just built a new school and sent all of the Finney students to that school? How did it go? Because I know Denby is still there. That's still the same Denby High School. I think Denby and Osborne and Persian currently might be the only original. Because the only other one was Kettering, I believe. Northeastern. Yeah, East English Village. That's the new Finney. Southeastern? Which one is it? I'm getting old, Ben. Fuck you, dog. Yeah, so that's a good question, Netta. Why are they building a new school if Persian is underperforming? They're probably underperforming because they need a new school. You know what I mean? The environment that they got some of these kids learning in would probably be part of the reason why they're not excelling the way that they need to be. You know what I'm saying? And I know for a fact, you know what I'm saying, being a DPS student and then being put in another environment where the schooling system was more structured and it was more healthy, it was more conducive to a learning, it was more, it was just more productive environment. You know what I'm saying? It was friendly, it was kid friendly, it was student friendly. Um, I was speaking about when I moved to Germany in the fifth grade. You know, I went from Grant Middle School to Von Steuben, and then I went from Von Steuben. Oh, excuse me. It was when I was in middle school that I moved to Germany, and I basically finished middle school in Germany. Came back right before I graduated eighth grade, and I went back to Von. Oh no, I didn't go to Von. I'm buzzing. I left Grant Middle School in fifth grade, elementary school in fifth grade, and I went to Germany. And then I came back in eighth grade, end of eighth grade. So yeah, that's when I went to Von Steuben and then Osborne. And the difference between Grant Elementary School and Nuremberg Middle School in Germany is like night and day. And even when I came back from Germany and when I was, you know, in middle school then and going into high school, the high school still could not compare to the environment that I was experiencing in middle school when I was in Germany. And I went from being a CD average student in fifth grade to being an AB average student in Germany in the advanced classes. I was in the AVIC classes on the Army base and was an AB average student versus me being a CD average student. And that was I believe, or I know, it was because of the environment, the difference in the environment, the students. I mean, the books was clean. They had toilet paper in the bathrooms. You know what I mean? It was just, you know, the food was not jail food. You know, it was a whole completely different environment um, than what I experienced in DPS. Yeah, that's the reason why they won't sell them. That's the reason why they won't sell them because they can't sell them in the condition that they in. Right? They can't sell them to somebody that got lead, and they got lead in the pipes. And then, okay, if they got lead in the pipes, then why was this? You know, now we got some explaining to do. That how long had these lead pipes been in here, while there was students and employees operating all through here? You know what I mean? So that's why they just hold them and not doing nothing with it. And it's a lot of empty abandoned schools. We talking about high schools right now. What about all of the empty and abandoned middle schools that's around here? Like I have a middle school in my neighborhood that's been abandoned for about 15 years now, over 15 years probably around. You know what I mean? And it's just sitting there rotten. Right? They'll come in every so often and they put all of those little metal boards up on the windows and shit, and then here comes the scrappers now. Here come the scrappers and the whole school now. And it's like, it's crazy because the people that be in there taking all of that metal out of there like it's theirs. Like you see them in there taking it out. And then a few years later they'll come in and board it back up with some more metal. You ain't doing nothing but funding the crackheads in the neighborhood and giving them a place to smoke. Oh, Murray Wright is an all-male school. But yeah, I just felt like this is something that needed to be talked about. And I just wanted to share with you all because I know that I have a lot of people that just started following me over the last couple of months or even maybe the last couple of years that didn't see, my experiment that I did on social media back in 2016, beginning of 2017 when the Flint water crisis was going on that that kind of went viral back then. There was a lot of people that remembered that video, and it was just always a question of mine. Like, well, if Flint had transferred their water from us, and they got contaminated, they got their water from, or the water supply from Flint was coming from Detroit at one point. What's the chances that ours might be contaminated the same way? So that's what made me test it. She said, yes, I moved to U City, Missouri, I believe it, or what is that? The school my son went to, elementary, it had carpet in the hallways and rabbits running up and down them. Huh. The janitor was on the scene at all times with a vacuum, birds on the poles just sitting, animals in the classroom. The lunchroom was like a college cafeteria. You said they got carpets in the hallways and bunny rabbits. But like the school, the middle school in Germany, I went from Grant Elementary School, right, which is a regular neighborhood middle school in Detroit over here on the east side, to uh, basically a college campus. You know what I mean? I was in the sixth grade, and every time the bell rung, how you would go to well, in elementary school, you didn't even change classes. You was in the same class all day. It wasn't until you got to middle school that you got when the bell rang, you go to a different class inside the same building. But when I moved to Germany, I was in the fifth grade, and it was a college. It was like a college campus. First off, the elementary, the middle, and the high school was all on the same campus. So when the bell rung, you would have to go outside to it was a campus. You had to go outside to another classroom. So here I am in fifth grade, and when the bell ring, you have to walk outside, and you walking amongst seventh graders and eighth graders and 12th graders. You know what I'm saying? And ninth graders. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in the fifth grade, so it was a big college campus of all of the grades. And the environment was just, man, I can't even. It was like a college. Well, yeah, I'm glad that you said that, Michelle A, because I'll be running up to Home Depot tomorrow, just for the sake of doing another lead test. And I may go live with y'all and show y'all the results, just like I did last time. That's another good information nugget to have, Alicia. She said the water department will come out and test your water. All you have to do is call them. She got hers tested for free last year. So yeah, man, I just wanted to, like I said, have a conversation about this water because that's crazy that we have lead in the water. Warren Academy has all their buildings together like that. It just gated on 8 Mile. Yeah, man. Everybody need to call and schedule a test, and everybody need to go to Home Depot um, and get a lead tester as well. You know what I mean? If you don't want to wait on the water department. Yes, that is the whole conversation that we're talking about right now, tonight. That is the whole conversation that we're talking about right now is the Detroit water crisis. Let me see, did I miss any calls? Nope, I didn't miss no calls. Checking the phone line. Michigan should at least have the best water in the world with all of the Great Lakes surrounding. I mean, come the fuck on now. We do have the largest bodies of natural water right here, but you know what they'd rather do? Um, I believe it was Snyder that sold off. I don't know if it was during the water crisis or right before. Where they inked the deal with Nestle Pure Life to where they are shipping the water from here to be bottled up somewhere like Japan or something. Like they're shipping our water over to Japan, somewhere in the Orient, if I believe. I don't know if it's China or Japan. Um, and then they're selling it back to us, right? Or they're selling us their toilet water is what they're doing, right? We're drinking Fiji, right? Everybody think Fiji is so good and shit. That's that Japanese toilet water that everybody likes so much. They know how to treat it over there to make it taste good to us. That's that Japanese toilet water. While they over there drinking our water from Michigan. They drinking Michigan water. And we drinking Fiji toilet water. It tastes like the cleanest water on earth. But yeah, research that though. They are shipping our water off somewhere overseas. So yeah, y'all go and get y'all water testers and book y'all appointments with the water department to come and check your water. And I think I'm gonna order another one of those testers and do a little bit more research on exactly what it does. And I'm gonna do another test I may not go back to Flint and get no water. I doubt very seriously if I go back to Flint. I might stop through Flint while I'm riding because I do go in that direction actually quite often now. But anyway, yeah, man, y'all go get y'all testers and y'all appointments with the water department. Like if they were really trying to solve the problem, as opposed to, and I know this is probably a lot of work, but you know, they should put some type of filtration system on the main pipe where the water that comes into the house. If it's too costly of a job to be going underground and replacing all of the pipes throughout the city where the water is running through, then we need to do something about filtering the water before it comes into the house. You know what I'm saying? And considering how long this has been going on, and that this is not something that's our fault, so nothing that we caused. You know, the infrastructure of the city was built before any of us that's in the city now it was born. So they should cover the cost of that. This is not nothing that we should have to go to depot and buy filters for, and you know something a cost that should be coming out of our. But the city should fix this shit, and it should be done. They should filter the water before it comes in the house. You know what I'm saying? They may have to dig all of our lawns up. You know what I'm saying? Momentarily, but I feel like that's a fix that's worth it, a sacrifice that's worth the fix. Junior is in Grand Rapids right now, Netta. They're not gonna do that though because once they start touching pipes, most likely it'll begin. Yeah. Oh shit, he running for governor. So then, if he runs for governor, he's gonna run on the premise of, "Look what I did for Detroit. I could do that for the whole state." That's gonna be his campaign. Yeah. I know that we recently, converted over to copper pipes recently. So, we, of course, the house was built like Michaela said. It was probably the lead pipes or the pipes that contain, you know, lead. But I know we got copper pipes now. So yeah, man, y'all go check that shit out and get y'all houses checked. And like I said, I feel like we need to look into some type of a, I don't know if it's a class action lawsuit that would be that we would all file. Miss Deborah, we were here having a conversation about the topic that's on the screen right there. We're talking about the Detroit water crisis. I showed some clips of me from years ago when I tested the water here at the house, as well as a sample of water that I got from Flint, and a couple of different water bottle brands that I tested. With this device that I found on Amazon that was either revealing the toxins or revealing the minerals that was in the water, and we got different results from different brands of water or different sources of water, and we were just having a conversation about that since we all got this letter in the mail saying that we could possibly, or we probably do, have lead contaminants in our water or something else. So what y'all feel like we need to organize some protests at the water company or something, or what? That's what it sounds like. So if you have anything in your water, go to your doctor and ask for a lead level blood test. Well, they said they probably sent letters and not talking about it on the news because they don't want to lose revenue from tourism and the Lions winning. Bingo. Number one answer. Number one answer right there in the comments. They don't want to deter the tourists, right? They're making Detroit a tourist attraction, and the Lions are winning. And the Lions winning is distracting the people of the city from right. That's the big that'll be a bigger story than the Lions, right? That'll take everybody's attention off the Lions, and we're gonna be focused on real life shit again. They don't want us focused on real life shit. They want us frivolously spending the money on Lions and shit. They still want us going, traveling out of town, going to support the Lions and shit, and going to every game, and happy about the Lions. You know what I'm saying? They're not focused on real shit that's going on. On top of that, like I said, it's bringing in a whole lot of money to the city. So yeah, they ain't gonna bring it up right now. On top of not wanting to stir up a frenzy of, like I said, everybody just jumping up and running out and buying all the toilet paper and buying all the water bottles and shit like that. They don't want to cause another media frenzy. You know, the important shit they're gonna be hush hush about, right? But the stuff that's not nowhere near important or severe or even sometimes a hoax, like all of those. What was the last time? What was the reason why everybody was buying toilet paper last time? The shit that never happened. Something was supposed to happen. I don't know if it was the power was supposed to go out or it was some type of national shortage. The trains, the borders, right? All of the ports was shutting down, right? The ports shut. Oh, everything is about to go up. The ports shut down. Everybody go buy toilet paper. We're not gonna be able to wipe our ass. Everybody go up and buy all the Charmin, right? All of that hoax ass shit that never happened and never really affected us nothing. But here it is, stuff that really is a concern that we should be concerned about. It like, yeah, we poisoning y'all. By the way, here's a I've seen people say, "Oh man, people always saying that the government is distracting us with stuff like we can't focus on more than one thing at a time." Well, shit, a lot of people can't. Apparently, right? A lot of people are focused on what everybody else is focused on. You know, and social media plays a big part in that. You know what I mean? When everybody else when the wave is this, if you ain't talking about that, then ain't nobody caring about what you're talking about because everybody's talking about this. Everybody's talking about the lions. Like, who cares about us being poisoned in our homes with the water? How much you pay for that water? I paid maybe $10 for it on Amazon, something like that. I don't know, somewhere between $7 and $10 if I remember correctly. It was probably $7, but $10 with the shipping, something like that. Renate, I'm not sure if we're talking about the same tester. I don't know if you was here earlier in the video when I was playing the clips of my water test from back in the day from 2016. But I don't know if you can get that one for free from Home Depot. They probably do have lead testers, but that wasn't specifically a lead tester. That was something else. Yeah, I mean, case in point, Desi, and we've had conversations about this in my inbox. You know how you know, when it's something in regards to drama, trauma, something that people can find entertainment in. Um, it's always a large audience, but let us let us get in here and be having a serious, needed conversation like we are right now. We're probably not gonna get as much engagement as we do. When people see some blood on the ground, when people see police sirens and yellow tape and shit. You know what I'm saying? She said, "I'm looking up to how to make my own water." Uh, I can't remember this brother's name, but this brother created a machine that will extract water from the air and pour water. So it's a machine and it's sitting outside and it just creates water it pulls oxygen into it, and then it's like a little tap on the side and he hit the button and it pours water out of it. It's creating water from the oxygen. It's drawing the water from the air, right? And converting it, or drawing oxygen, converting the oxygen into water, however it is, right? And then you have the one black guy who he owned the patent for cars that run off water. And he just so happened to be one of the people who was killed in a mass shooting. I believe it was in the grocery store where the guy just randomly, and he recorded it. It was, or if he recorded it or somebody, yeah, he recorded it. Randomly went into the grocery store and shot up some people. And one of the guys that he shot, he specifically, like, he targeted this guy. And that guy that he killed, it was a black man who owned the patent for cars that could functionally operate off of water. So you combine these two brothers together, the guy that has a machine that creates pulls water out of the oxygen, pull oxygen out of the air and converts it into H2O. And you combine him with the guy who owns the patent for cars that could fully functionally run off of water. Watch us see it happening in 2050. Right? We're gonna have water. We're gonna have water stations everywhere, and we're gonna have water operated cars. No, this is a public live, Netta. I'm still opting everybody to subscribe to the VIP on Patreon right now. Perfect time to segue into that, by the way. For the people that want to subscribe and have some exclusive content, I actually posted the video of my original water test on the Patreon page for the people that want to subscribe to that. But yeah, I can't do the Facebook subscription right now because every once in a while I get flagged for something stupid, and they want to restrict my monetization uh, privileges, which is my subscription is one of the monetization privileges, so it gets restricted so much that I don't want to rely on it there. You know what I'm saying? Facebook is way too sensitive. So everybody, if you want the VIP link, go ahead and inbox my page the word subscribe, and it'll automatically send you the link for you to subscribe and sign up to the Patreon. Okay, so for the people that want to have VIP membership. So, and then before I forget as well, if y'all want to send a donation to the platform real quick, you can always go ahead and do so by sending one to the Cash App, the PayPal, or the Zelle that you see on the screen. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and give me a chicken pita for when I get off here. I can go ahead and grab me something to eat. If you love your boy, you got love for me, send me a chicken pita right there. I do have a new Cash App, by the way. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be specifically for my donations for my journalism, but that 7 Mile Radio one is still active for the actual platform. That's my business Cash App. I have a personal one and a business one. So, yeah, that is the channels that you can send a donation if you want to send me a chicken pita real quick. But yeah, it is. Speaking of the subscriptions, man, it is very important at this point for the people that want to support or can support, because my whole platform now depends on the support from my viewing audience. You know what I mean? So if you believe in the content and you want to help me grow and take this to the next level, please sign up to the Patreon, and I will appreciate it greater than you would even know. Being said, get your water from fruits. That is the best place, I believe, that you can get them from. You want to eat life. You don't want to eat death. Even though I just talked about eating a chicken pita, you really want to eat fruits and vegetables. Is where you want to get your nutrients from and your uh, vital minerals and things like that. We could survive just off fruit and vegetables and water. It'd be hard for some of us, as much as we are dependent on meat nowadays. But yeah, Netta, this is not a subscriber. And you want to know something crazy though, Netta? I don't even have 30 subscribers. You would think that I would have many more subscribers between the Facebook subscriptions and the Patreon, but yeah, I don't even have 30 subscribers. So so to say that this is I wish this was just a subscriber chat. I'll say it like that. I wish this was a subscriber chat. I was just having a conversation with my oldest son yesterday. As we were sitting here, and I was explaining to him because he tells me how he feels some kind of way sometimes now when he eats milk. You know what I'm saying? We was eating, and I was asking him what he wanted for lunch, and we was having a conversation about food, and he just now telling me like, yeah, I don't like it make him stuffy. He said it make him stuffy, it make his nose stuffy, and I said, well, yeah, that makes sense, son, because if you didn't know, I'm sure you didn't know, but there's a lot of mucus, that same snot that's making your nose clog, that mucus that's in your nose, it's actually in the milk that you're drinking. It's snot in the milk. He said, ugh, it's snot in the milk. I said, yeah, it's mucus. It's a lot of mucus. It's pus. It's blood. And it's actually, milk is not really white. They dye it white. They color it white. As white as it is, so it looks clean enough to drink, but it's actually not that color. You know what I mean? And if you want to know something else about milk, I'll shock them even more. I say, you're not even supposed to drink milk. Milk is for baby cows. Okay, you're drinking cow milk, and cow milk is for baby cows. It's not for young humans. So I was breaking all of that down to him, and he's like, wow, Dad, you really dropping knowledge today. I'm like, don't I always? But I'm like, yeah, man, you're not supposed to really be eating a lot of this stuff, But between me having to, go between, I eat shit too. I ain't gonna, say it like it's just her, but, his mom, she so for example, when my son was maybe like 2, younger, 2 and 3 years old, she when he first started eating real food. Oh, well, I don't want to eat him. I don't want him to eat pork. I don't want him to eat pork. But at the same time, she's feeding him fruit gummies, or like the fruit snacks and shit. And I had to crack on her one time. Like, you do realize that those things, those fruit snacks that you eat, that you feed him all the time, is pork. While you're so adamantly trying to keep him away from pork because you don't want him to eat pizza with pepperonis on it and breakfast sausages and stuff like that. I understand you're trying to keep him clean, but at the same time, you gotta if you're gonna be woke, you gotta be really woke and shit, not just influenced by something that somebody told you and shit. You gotta really understand what it is you're talking about. So then after that, she started listening to me more and shit. Like, yeah. Yeah, like even Junior right now, like I don't feed him a lot of milk. In fact, with me only having him like this the second week, the last past week was only the second week that I had him. The first week he drunk milk, what I'm saying? Because I'm experimenting. I didn't know exactly what he would like, what he didn't like, and stuff like that. So, he drunk milk, but as I was just giving him different things during the week, he stopped. Like that second week that I had him, he don't really even like drinking the milk anymore. Like, I give him a lot of orange juice and apple juice and water bottles. Like, that's really all Junior drink is apple juice and orange juice and what. And even with the apple juice and orange juice, like if I get some apple juice per se, like the Everfresh apple juice, I would mix that out, dilute that with water. You know what I mean? So I'm not giving him. He seems to already be pushing away the milk. So I'm not going to force him to. I don't know exactly how it's making him feel, right? Because he's not verbal yet. He's just now about to turn 2 in a few months, so he doesn't speak all of the words. He can't communicate clearly all the way. So, but yeah, he really don't like this second week. He don't. I give him the water. I give him the bottle with the milk in. He push it away. You don't want it. Have you noticed that bread doesn't mold anymore? I don't buy it often because I don't touch it. It has been uh, because wait a minute. I don't buy it often because I don't eat much. But I had a loaf for like 2 months and forgot about it and had no mold on it. Yeah, that's because of those forever chemicals that they spray on shit, right? And that's part of probably what's in the water. These preservative, these forever chemicals. I don't know what forever preservatives. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about. They got these chemicals out there that they spray on shit and put it in the food and the water that preserves shit for a long, long time. And a lot of that shit is harmful for us. Well, Nevaeh, here's the thing. Here's the thing that y'all got to realize, right? In regards to Junior, you know what I mean. If y'all were following the situation since Junior's conception, y'all know that it wasn't the best situation between me and his mom, right? There was no communication. In fact, I was blocked for the entire time, you know what I mean, because she's been very manipulative in, trying to keep him away from me between the time of now and then. And the reason why I'm seeing him now is because of a court order. Okay, it is not because she is allowing me to see him. Okay, this is not like a kumbaya, like everything is fine now. No. Okay, so you asking me what does she give him? I don't know because there's no communication still between me and her in regards to she's just and she's probably watching right now, right? Because she likes to still cyber stalk my page and shit and try to find anything and everything that she can to use as evidence against me for certain things. So yeah, y'all asking me about her and all of that shit. Like, you don't ask me nothing about her. Like, it's still nothing. So, yeah. And Wonder Bread was the best bread there was. Shit. That shit make the best peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to this day. I think the Smuckers, the Crustables, the Uncrustables, I think that's Wonder Bread. Do they even sell Wonder Bread anymore? I haven't seen Wonder Bread in the store in years. Come to think about it. I wonder where Wonder Bread is. They probably took the shit off. To say, what's going on? Lisa Carter in the building. The pop up queen. Everybody go share. Go follow my homie Lisa Carter. She's a. I don't even know what the hell to call Lisa Carter. She's a damn business guru. It's my big sis. I call her and talk to her about a lot of shit. Help me keep my head straight every once in a while. They went out of business, I think. Well, if they just in Ohio, they need to ship their shit back up here. I love bread. Like, I just eat a slice of Wonder Bread just because and shit. I love good bread. But yeah, man, it's a damn shame about this water in the city. And we probably need to raise more hell about it. I mean, this one podcast and this one little conversation that we had, um, I personally don't feel like made enough ripples to make an impact. Not one that I feel like that would be heard by the right people. You know, I think we need to collectively continue on making this an agenda of ours to attempt to be reimbursed from, like, I believe it was Renee Jackson that said from the Flint water crisis till now, or somebody else that said that. If not, alleviate our water bills, period, until this is fixed. How about that? One or the other. Um, or both. How about that? Reimburse us from the Flint water crisis until now, and like, we should have free water until this shit is all the way we know for sure that this is solved, because there's no way in the fuck we should be paying water bills. Some people done had their water bill shut off, their water shut off because of past due water bills. You know, we've had all kinds of shit happen. It was people that was supposed to be reimbursed for homes that they was foreclosed on erroneously. A whole lot of stuff that Duggan fucked up on. And now we have to suffer by way of coming up with a solution or working extra, doing extra shit to solve the problem for ourselves. Now we have to boil all of the water that we use, and boiling the water is not really solving the problem. You're just cooking the dirt. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about lead in the water. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna heat up some lead, what is it gonna do? You may diffuse it a little bit, but you're not gonna get rid of it all. You know, if you even get rid of it, you probably just heated the shit up and let it fuse together. You probably made it worse. Who knows? But my point is, this is not a problem that we should have to work to solve. Like, we shouldn't have to suffer on top of stuff. We're already suffering by having the water, but now we have to suffer more by coming up with a solution, or implementing the solution ourselves. And then what happens when you take a bath? You have to boil a bathtub full of water. Shit, some of y'all women already get in a bathtub full of boiling water. Some of y'all ladies don't need to boil your bath or your shower water. You'll already cut the water on boil. See, she said in the letter I got today that said that don't even work, because heating up lead is a metal. If we have lead contaminants in the water, right? What do y'all think? What do you think heating up metal is going to do as far as getting rid of it? It's going to melt it, and if it's in the water, you know what I'm saying? Have you ever tried to? It was an experiment that I seen. I think it was I don't know if it was MythBusters or something like that. But they took a balloon and they put cold water in it, and then they put a lighter under it. They put a fire under it. You know what I'm saying? And because the cold water in the balloon diffused the heat away from the balloon itself, the balloon never busted. So if you heat up some water with metal in it, what you think is going to happen to the metal? Because it's in water. Probably too much of nothing. Detroit should have been following Highland Park with being in water debt. None of this would be happening. What do you mean by that? You want to call in and expound, or type it? I would say let's catch rainwater. But one time it was a challenge online about setting a snowball on fire. I tried it and the snowball melted and turned black and smelled like burnt rubber. I did that as well. I did that same snowball challenge where you would go outside, pick up some snow. They was saying that it was, I forget what was happening. What was happening that was causing the snow to do something strange? Was it the wildfires in Canada? Was it amongst those years that the wildfires was happening in Canada and we was having all of that smoke in the city? And then everybody was weirded out saying, oh yeah, the snow, it got shit in it. I went outside and burned a snowball. But what people was failing to realize, what was happening was when you ball up the snow and you take a lighter and you put it up against a snowball, right? The butane that's coming out of the lighter is what's the gas is what's staining the snow black. Right? I did that same experiment, but I did it with a different type of a fire, right? I just lit something. I lit paper on fire, right? Something that didn't have gas spewing out of the device while it was, the fire that was, fueling the fire. So when I lit the damn snowball with the fire that was off of the paper or off of the stick, it just melted and you didn't see the black stain on it because there was no butane being blown on the snow as it was being burned. So that's what the X factor about that whole challenge was. Everybody was using a lighter or a torch that was blowing the butane on the snow. Now the people that's lighting the water out of the faucet, that's something different. That's something different. That's something different. Is lead coming from the lead that's in the older pipes into the older homes? Well, it's two different situations that we're dealing with. Who was that? Trina. It's two different situations. You're talking about the old homes that still have lead pipes in them, or galvanized pipes. I guess they're mixed with lead and copper. I don't know. And then you have the issue of the pipes that let the water that send the water into the house. That is the infrastructure of the city. I mean, it's been there since the city was built, probably, and that is where the issue is coming from right now, because we have a lot of homes right now that have been built up to code and recently that have lead pipes, or some that even have plastic pipes that would not have any kind of lead contaminant coming from within inside of the house. It's the water that's coming in from the main that's dirty. So you have a combination of the two. Now, sometimes you might have an older home that have lead pipes, on top of the contaminated water that's already coming in. Yeah, Deborah. And I believe that's what Michelle A. said earlier. If your home was built before 1978, it's lead in the pipes and it needs to be tested. And I want to say it was probably about, I don't know, I want to say 8 to 10 years ago that we got the new lead pipes, not lead pipes, copper pipes put in, all new pipes in my house where I live. So. But that still don't stop the. I'm trying to remember as I'm thinking that was that before or after I did my test. I believe it was after. I believe it was after we got the copper pipes put in that I did that test. Yeah, of course it was after, because it was 2016. So yeah, that was only 8 years. So it was around. Shit, it was probably around the same time. So it's hard for me to remember exactly if it was before or after. That was around 8 years ago. PVC. That's what I said. Plastic PVC pipes. She said it's pipes outside your home, I believe she's saying, and they can get replaced as well. I sent the information. Okay, I'll post that if you send it to my inbox. But yeah, man, like I said, I had to have a conversation about this, man, and discuss the fact that I had a whole experiment on my live years ago, testing the water right here in the city, and it appeared to be, the results of whatever the results showed with that device. The Detroit water had more of whatever in it than the Flint water. And even the bottled water itself had appeared to have some type of whatever evidence of something. I'll just say it like that because we don't know, like I said, if it's revealing contaminants or if it's revealing the minerals. But, as dirty as those water samples were after we tested them, if those samples revealed the presence of minerals in the water, then what exactly kind of minerals is it? Because all of the mineral couldn't be healthy minerals. That shit didn't look healthy at all. Whatever was being revealed within that water. So yeah, I'll put up a blog. I'll type up a blog. Deborah, send me that information. I have the somebody sent me something else. I'm gonna check my inbox, and I feel like I need to add to this blog. But a lot of stuff that people need to know in regards to, just safety and precautions and procedures that you need to put in place to prevent yourself from getting sick. Since we all know that it's lead flowing through our pipes in the house. So the information about Home Depot and the filters, or the lead testers, and the information Deborah just gave me about, getting your pipes replaced, calling the water department and scheduling a checkup for your home, all of that type of stuff. I'm going to put a blog together and make sure that I put it on the website and share it on social media, so all of that information is in one page. She said not just water, but food seasoning that has lead in it. It's funny that you say that. Not only food seasoning, but food itself. There was a product. It was a Gerber brand. Not the white rice, but it was a wheat rice. The baby food. It was a Gerber brand wheat rice baby food that a lady was on her video, and she had a magnet, and she was running it over the rice, and as she ran it over the rice, it was pulling metal fragments out of it, and you could see the metal fragments following the magnet in the bag. I mean, whole shards. I mean, like little shards of metal. You can see them sliding across the bag. In the baby food. So yeah, that's why I'm not about to, I'll feed my kids the things that I eat. We'll eat fruit. We eat meat sometimes, mostly chicken. If not some pizza or something like that. The beef that's on the pizza, we eat roast. Steak maybe here and there, but I don't like to feed my sons nothing that I don't eat. Yep, wash the fruits and veggies, soak them in baking soda and vinegar. Get all the little microorganisms and bugs off of it. It ain't good enough now to just get your fruit. Maybe you just open a box of strawberries, right? The strawberries, they come in a little plastic container with the holes in it for you to rinse them off, or even a bag of grapes. They come with the bag in it. You just go home, go in the kitchen, and just turn the faucet on and rinse it off. Boy, ain't that the worst thing to do now. You ain't doing nothing but making it worse. You giving them a lead bath. Now you can't even wash your damn fruit off in the damn faucet because it's lead. You soaking your fruit in lead now. Hmm. I've heard that too, Trina. Rice is plastic. Yep, that's why everybody getting sick. The food is killing us. The water is killing us. You know, I made a joke before, and I said, you know what? That's why I smoke and drink, right? Because I be damn if the government take me out and then they put me on the organ harvesting farm. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, we're gonna sell his lungs and his heart and all. Like, no, I'm gonna use all of my lungs and my heart and my liver. I'm gonna use it all up. Nah, y'all ain't gonna take me out and sell my organs. You ain't gonna want my organs after I'm gonna use them up. Nah, you ain't gonna organ harvest me. Yeah, that always creeped me out as a kid. Y'all know Randazzles. Um, and I asked my mom. I remember asking like, "You can just eat the fruit in here?" Like, yeah, just eat it. I'm like, we ain't like, what if people touch it? Like it's bugs, flies in here. Like it's a fruit market. It's flies flying around every here. And you're like, it's fruit all over the floor, and you know what I mean. It's not the most clean spot. Well, like the Randazzles in the hood over here. You know what I mean? As it was back in the day. I'm like, why do you just gonna pick up the fruit and eat it? Like, yeah, that's how you gotta taste it and see if it's ripe. I'm like, we ain't gotta wash it off first. No, they wash it off. Like, we supposed to trust them. I'm thinking about all of that as a kid though, but it's big business on organ transplant. Yeah, don't I know? I mean, I had a conversation about that a few months ago. I believe it was during the time that we was having the Nasiah conversations, and all it took was a quick Google search, to pull up graphics that showed you how much each body part was worth on the black market. We talking about livers for $80,000. A heart to go for $250,000 for a heart. You know what I mean? Like crazy shit. Like you really have prices for human organs on the internet, and this is like public worldwide. This ain't even the dark web. We talking about Google search of organs, the prices of organs. You know what I mean? And we got people like Rockefeller, David Rockefeller, and had 8 heart transplants. You look at this man, and he looked like he died 20 years ago in the face, and he's still alive. And he got 8 heart transplants. By the way, all of those were black hearts from black people that he got, African American melanated hearts that he got. Meanwhile, I know of an individual whose daughter, I believe she was about 11 or 12, had cancer, and she was on the transplant list, and she was next on the transplant list. And this young sister passed away before she could get her transplant. She was next on the list. But we got billionaires that can just go buy a heart, pick a heart, and buy it and get it in. Shit, wild. 95-year-old man can go and buy you. It's time for you to go. But no, you want to go buy another heart, but this 12-year-old girl couldn't get one. Yeah, man, we got a lot of shit going on out here in this world right now. Whole lot of shit going on out here, man. Yeah, don't we all know that, Deborah? She said the CEO comes first at the top of the list for donations at the hospitals. Big facts. Big facts, because we know that it's all about big money. It's about big bucks. So that's why they come first. They ain't got to wait on the insurance companies to pay out and shit. They can cash out right there and there on the spot for a new heart. Just test it and see if it's the same blood type. In fact, we'll rinse it out and make it your blood type. So yeah, that's I think that's my conversation for tonight. I've been on here for 2 hours. Hell no. My bad. I'm looking at a meme on the internet. Yeah, so I'm probably about to get off here, man, and yeah, I guess grab me a chicken pita. If y'all want to donate to the chicken pita cause for the night, feel free to do so and subscribe. I need y'all to subscribe to that Patreon, man. Like I said, the survival of the citizen journalism platform that is 7 Mile Radio really crucially depends on the subscriptions from my followers now. You know what I'm saying? The subscription from my audience. I really need y'all support. You know what I'm saying? As I've been telling y'all for the last couple of days, I know it's the holiday season. I know a lot of people are pressed for money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be a bill to anyone by any means. You know what I'm saying? All I'm asking is for support for the platform. If you all believe in it and y'all, you value the impact that the platform has made in the last 19 years of me being on the air, on the air and on social media, then I need you to go ahead and support. You know what I'm saying? I need you to go ahead and support. I need you. So, if you want to opt into that situation, let me know. You can inbox me and let me know that you want me to send you the VIP link. Once again, on Patreon, I do post exclusive content that I don't post on my Facebook or the YouTube, publicly on YouTube anyway, and other things. You know what I mean? I like to keep up with the people who support the platform. I mean, when people donate through Cash App or PayPal or Zelle, I appreciate it nonetheless, but I would appreciate it more if I could keep track of the people who actually support and give you something back. And you signing up to the Patreon page is doing that. It's giving me an opportunity to see who's supporting, so I can opt into giving you something back when the benefits are available. You know what I'm saying? Those benefits may be a free entry to an event, discounted entry to an event. It may be free merchandise. It may be me inviting you to the studio to sit on the panel with me to discuss some of these things, as opposed to you sitting at home and calling in. It's all kind of different benefits that I have for you all on Patreon. So just let me know if you want the link, and I'll give you the link for you to sign up. And yeah, I appreciate everybody's support in advance, and everybody that shared the video, liked, commented, all of that, chimed into the conversation. Appreciate you. And of course, I'm not going to sleep, so if y'all want to inbox me about something and kick it, I'll be up for the next couple of hours. And yeah, see y'all tomorrow. We'll continue this conversation, because I'm sure eventually there'll be some type of news story, hopefully, about this. But if it's not, that's even more of the reason for us to continue the conversation, and for us to go out and get our lead testers and book our appointments with the water department to test our homes and see if they're detrimental to our health. Because that would be a tragedy for us, to be being killed by our own homes. People in Detroit are being killed by their own homes. That's a headline for you. So until next time, whether it be later on tonight and I go live from the phone just to kick it with y'all, or tomorrow when we have another podcast, and whatever kind of topic is relevant for tomorrow, whether it be the water or something else, I'll see y'all tomorrow. And hit me up if you want to subscribe to the Patreon. I'll see y'all in a minute.
We always dreamed of doing.
Impossible.